My crab people, I'm here.
Yes!
I know what you're thinking. Where the frig is No Scrubs content? Well, look, sit back, my crab people. I want to talk about this Crab Champions beta that we've had for a good while now. So sit back, relax. Let's talk about it. Let's get there. So as most of you have seen on my streams and shorts, I've been loving the Crab Champions beta. Like always, it's been amazing to watch Noistorm cook. And, you know, it's been cool to be involved in some of those more wacky situations and new perks and stuff that are a bit too powerful. That being said, I wanted to put out a few thoughts about the beta, specifically within True Nightmare, and I'm going to try razz up a few people as well. So I want to talk about these health changes, and to be completely brutally honest, I absolutely love them because they've made me a much more versatile player. In the live version of the game, health is a pretty flippant task. Like, I just deal with it when I need to. I'd get a couple of big hearts, attack on some armor, and once I'm in the mid-late game, I'm not really too worried. I'm just going to get a Helpless Power and just go for the final blow. In the beta now, I'm constantly thinking about health upgrades, what I need, how I'm going to get my max multiplier up, how I'm going to make sure I can heal through the more trickier fights. Health is definitely more difficult to get now. So, you know, I think max health and gaining that max health is definitely the best place to put the game into, because it used to just be such an unknown task. You just kind of do it and be done with it. Anvil Islands are the next thing I want to talk about. For the veterans of the game, enhancements are always key to getting the most out of your mods, whereas the newer players have no idea that they even exist. The addition of the Anvil Island really enables all players to be creative with builds and have fun with their mod. The fact that I can finally choose what I want rather than spam the totem is a real game changer. Now, I also know that Noistorm has been tweaking some of the islands and the mob density within the game, and in my past few runs, it has felt really mixed. Some enemies, namely the Lightning Ant, have been a pretty large pain to deal with, whereas at other times, it's been pretty slick. The Island 3 Elite mob on Diamond is good fun and definitely adds a bit of spice to your run, although I can see a lot of newer players getting thrown off. All in all, the balancing has been pretty good, and Noistorm has always been amazing at doing this. He takes into account all the different mod and perk combinations and makes genuine nerfs and buffs that suit the scaling that he wants. Stuff like Money Shot, yeah, we're all pretty sad about that being changed to an epic, but he also buffed it at the same time. So he recognizes that some things are popular and makes changes based on that popularity as well. There are a few things that do need a little bit of tweaking. Definitely some legendaries out there that, you know, need a little bit more love. And there's definitely some really powerful epics out there that need to get changed. But I know Noistorm has his ears to the ground. Controversially, let's talk about some of that more not so great stuff. I say this with the best intentions, but I feel like future betas need to be a bit more concise and then released, rather than dragging them over a long period of time. For reference, the Anvil beta has been available since the 19th of December last year, which, by the time this video has been released, it'll be almost 4 months old. It's also gone through multiple editions with major gameplay changes introduced and then promptly removed. So I am by no means bad-mouthing Noistorm at all, and in fact, I love how passionate he gets about adding things to the game. I just personally feel it's better to put out an entire beta with those major gameplay changes, and then add the newer additions and those smaller balance changes. If Noistorm wants to test very niche and specific situations, then he's always got that secret beta and a small army of crabbers to test out. Next, as much as I love seeing brand new content, I mean, the katana is so awesome, I would much prefer to see new enemies, bosses, and even biomes. Don't get me wrong, the Ice Staff is an amazing addition to the game, and the katana has been firmly in that spot since it was released. That being said, I think it's time for new enemies, more environments, and general design changes just to make the game feel a little bit more crisp. Some mods have icons that make them super unique. Meanwhile, lots of the other perks and mods are still stuck looking like default. The same goes for skins. I can't count the amount of times I've had people ask me, why are there so many blue and red tiger skins in the selection screen? We have 18 weapons, multiple ranks, hundreds of mods and perks, and a good chunk of unique abilities and melee weapons. I think it's time for a little bit of in-game sprucing. Finally, I am quite worried about unavoidable damage. Now, I know, I've mentioned I love the health changes, and I do. However, I don't like getting hit. I'm the parry guy. I love a juicy parry. dodge abilities. I love how to dodge all those elite lightning crabs. You know, I'm that person. That being said, I've hit multiple times throughout my runs from unavoidable damage. I'm not complaining about quadruple exo islands, but normal islands have plenty of space to move. Maybe this is a skill issue on my part, but I've definitely seen a rise in damage, with even some of my fellow crab gamers talking about losing runs more frequently. I think that's enough for now. I think that's enough no scrub for the day. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to know exactly your thoughts on this beta to see if you agree or whether you disagree. Like, come on, jump into the comments and tell me some stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.